At the start of the anecdote, a face on the news looking through his notes. A rose in a retrograde motion. In the end, we will suffer like we should.
Hello everyone, Knightmare here once again, and this time I am bringing you a race from my UK account. I decided a while back to set one up in the EMEA region. Figured I could maybe use it to do some recruiting over here, maybe pick up a few more people for Attack Motorsports, yeah, you know, just because. Anyway, this is the daily race from Monza in the Clio. Very interesting little car to drive. The, the weight transfers on it are brutal. So yeah, anyway, today's video is sponsored by HardRockDaddy.com. It is a music-centered website run by my friend Adam. He is a very, very good writer. Lots of articles, lots of top 10, top 20 countdowns on the site. He just recently released a few days ago the top 100 hard rock songs of 2020. So yeah, it's a very cool thing to check out. Go, it's available on Spotify. But go check out the site. It's a very cool thing if you're into music. And on that note, oh, I would also like to thank Enox for supplying the music for today's video. My buddy Roy was kind enough to give me permission to use their music in my videos, so I definitely do appreciate that. And anyway, as y'all can see here, I managed to survive the chaos that is Turn 1 at Monza. And so, yeah, this Clio is a really, really funky little car to drive. I mean, you have to be really precise on your brakes and where you hit the brakes, how you hit them, how much you're turning when you hit them. It's an interesting little car to drive. It's not to say it's not fun. It's just, yeah, it's interesting. So I get through pretty well unscathed through the first half of the lap. Coming down the straightaway, coming up on Ascari here. First three guys are pretty well driving away. I came through the chicane pretty slow on that first chicane. Right here, get a Ascari, I just make a complete hash of that. This is one of those races where you don't have a whole lot of time to recover from a mistake. So you really need to set a decent qualifying time to try and get closer to the front, but I couldn't find a whole lot of speed with this car, so for the most part I was just going into the races and kind of hoping that people would, you know, well, the normal chaos that is Turn 1 at Monza. A few people get taken out, you know, whatever the case may be. As you can see, I'm already going defensive here on the first turn, or at the end of the first lap. This ATR driver, he's pretty quick. It was a good solid move going into the chicane. He managed to take it on the outside before that left-hand turn, so I gotta give him credit for that. I was like, well, okay, you want it that bad? Go ahead, have at it. I'm not going to argue the point too much with you. I'll follow you around. I'll take a top 5. I'm happy. Do get a pretty decent turn there going into Lesmo 1. Lesmo 2 here. This is one of those corners where sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. It's for some reason, my consistency on that corner in particular is just not up to snuff. Excuse me. Now, normally, in a normal car, well, normal race car, you're going to catch some slipstream coming down this straightaway. In this case, this car just doesn't have enough power to create much of a slipstream. I mean, it'll punch a hole in the air, but the car behind can't really do much to take advantage of it. It just doesn't have the power to do anything. But I get a pretty good run coming out of Parabolica there, so you know, it's the third lap. I mean, this race just is pretty much an eye blink and you're done with it, which, you know, that's not a bad thing. I kind of enjoy the A race occasionally. A lot of the times it's just way too much carnage. I don't know what it is, but the A race is usually just people beating the crap out of each other for lack of anything better to do, I guess. But I'm sitting here in 5th place, coming out of the Curva Grande, I guess. Yeah, that's what this one is. And coming up on this second chicane, you know, I'm sitting in 5th, happy with that. I'm okay. Get the braking point wrong severely. But the ATR driver gets out into the dirt just a little bit and just loops it. Around he goes. And that is the hazard of that particular turn. You miss it just a little bit and you're all kinds of out of shape and it's just ugly. So yeah, now I'm running 4th. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch 3rd. I'll try, but those 3 guys up there, they're just kind of running along, minding their own business, maybe arguing amongst themselves a little bit, but not enough for me to really take advantage of. So yeah, this is just a quick little race I wanted to throw at you. We'll do another one here in another daily race here in the next part of this video, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you that one. Not a superb result by any stretch, but not terrible. You know, keeping my nose clean, not getting any goofy penalties or running off track or anything like that. So I saw the guy in second go around, start to go around a little bit, and I thought maybe I could get enough of a run, but nah, it's all right. Just kind of, you know, fun little race. Yeah, so anyway, we'll go on to the next one here. Alright, so we're on to the second part of this video. This race is Daily C from Laguna Seca. This is not my strongest track, but I figured I'd run a couple just to see how I did, and so that's what we're doing here. I am in the McGain Trophy. This is early in the week. Not everybody had caught on yet that this car was actually really good on tires. So a lot of guys are still running the front wheel drive cars. This isn't a particularly strong track for me, like I said. I'm not super consistent around it. There's this, it's kind of like Willow Springs. There's too much dirt around it to suit me. But I'm just going to kind of go along here and see what I can do. There's just something about this track that I can't get a feel for how it flows. I remember a while back we had a Group 4 race where you can choose either the Porsche Group 4 or the Corvette Group 4. I couldn't run this track on either one of those cars for some reason. I don't know what it was, and it appears that it hasn't gotten any better. So one of the reasons I decided to run this race on my UK account was simply because my UK account is not very highly rated. So I just started it not too long ago, so if I lose a bunch of points here, I'm not going to get too broken-hearted about it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I get really wide coming out of there. That turn is really tricky. Even the really fast guys will tell you that turn's pretty tricky. Manute Bowl there, he come flying in. I thought he was just gonna... I would have been impressed if he could have made it stick. I really would have, but yeah, he couldn't. So I still managed to stay ahead of him. I do pick up a place here. Not sure what happened to that dude, but he was ghosted out. So yeah, we get to go by him, and that's a free position. Didn't even have to work for it. No, I'm always about taking those. I know one thing, this guy driving the Lamborghini, he is a brave soul. Those cars are usually not very good on tires in the first place, and so yeah, taking that car in this race, I wouldn't have done it. But then again, I tried running a front-wheel drive car and found out that it really sucked for this race. You could set a really fast qualifying time with one of them with a TT, but you weren't doing much during the race. Well, I've got another guy facing the wrong way here, and apparently the guy up there in ninth helped him out a little bit because he's got a 4-second penalty now. One of the things about this race is early in the week there was a really good mix of cars in this race. Everything from a Genesis to a Ferrari to the front wheel drive cars. Yeah, there was a whole range of cars. That has started to go away a little bit here at the end of the week. Everybody figured out that the McGain's really good. The trophy is good on tires. So everybody, you know, pretty much everybody and their brother started using that. See, I'm up here running an 8th. I'm pretty comfortable. Like I said, this isn't my strongest track, so having not run off into the dirt, you know, way out where I get passed a bunch of times, I'm okay with that for right now. See somebody else, I think they picked up a corner cut penalty up there. See, I catch a sausage and wind up running wide there. Again, that's just a really tricky turn. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough turn to get right. Alright, so as you can see here, there's not a whole lot going on, so we're gonna skip ahead in this race. Alright, so we moved ahead here quite a bit actually. As you can see, I'm pretty much where I was when we left off. Not a whole lot going on. Trying to keep it on the track basically for the last 8 laps or so. So this is what I was talking about with this track. There's too much dirt to suit me. I can't get it. I put in a lot of laps here and I just have no luck here at all. So I try to avoid it if I can. and I get the sausage, get off in the dirt. I mean, it's just, yeah. Once I lose the rhythm on this track, if I gain it in the first place, then it's just all downhill from there, and not just in the corkscrew, it's just downhill in general. Again, out of sorts, lose the rhythm. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, seriously? But, you know, it is what it is. I just kind of keep going here. So yeah, we got a couple of laps here to go. Again, not much is going to happen from this point out. I may or may not keep it on the track. I don't really remember for sure. But listen, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please, by all means, leave a like. Subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's okay. Just leave a like, leave a comment. You know, hit the dislike button. Yeah, you think I'm an idiot. That's fine. You know, everything helps out the channel in one way or the other. So, yeah, I would definitely appreciate a subscription, but if you don't want to, I'm not going to beg for it. You know, I hear all these guys saying, oh, you know, 90% of the people who are watching my videos aren't subscribed. Well, if I got enough people to have a percentage watching them, yeah, that's fine with me. I'm just having some fun here, guys. But at any rate, I am gaining a little bit here on 9th. Not a lot, not enough to really speak of, but yeah, it is fun. Even the thing about this game is, even when I'm really frustrated with it, I still have fun with it. It's just one of those things where it'll piss you off all day long, but then you know, a couple of good things will happen and be back to having fun with it. I will say this. I really need to work on making my tires last longer, because supposedly this car is so much better on tires, but that right front on this car right now is just about as tore up as the one was on my front wheel drive car. So, you know, it's one of those things. I just need to get better on tires. I don't know whether I'm just pushing too hard or what the problem is, but I am not good on tires. I mean, I try, yep, see? Yeah, just that little bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to pretty well take care of it for today's video. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do definitely appreciate it. So yeah, you get a top 10, I'm okay. You know, I started 14th. I wound up with a top 10, made some stupid mistakes. Such is life. Alright everybody, on that note, until next time, this is Knightmare. Peace.
Start of the anecdote, a face on the news looking through his notes. Our roads in a retrograde motion. In the end, we will suffer like we should.